What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Basement. We're back here in the basement for another V8 Supercar review. However, we're going to be doing on a driver named Peter Brock. Now, this guy here must be a superstar legend of this sport. This guy was more requested in the comments to go over and do, so that's why I said, hey, let's do this guy right here. He sounds like he was a legend. Right, so let's get into that. But before we do, subscribe, bell notice, hit the like button, drop your comments down below, where you'll find the link to this video in the comments down below. Click that link. Also subscribe to that man's channel as well. Much appreciated there. So, Peter Brock. Now, guys, there's a whole bunch of different videos on this guy. If there is a specific one that you guys want to see, please tell me, and I will do another one on Peter Brock, okay? I didn't know which one to pick, so I went forth, after looking up some history on this man, I went forth and we're going to go with the one that I chose today. Again, please let me know if there's better ones or other ones that I should take a look at, and I'll do another review on them, I promise you. I'm a huge sports fan. I can watch documentaries on the same person over and over. So, judging from what I got in the comments, and you guys know that have been with me on my footy journey, because I also love footy. Lions aren't doing very well, but I love them. I do a lot of homework and background history. I'm very good with the sports that I grew up on: baseball, basketball, football, hockey. I know the histories very well. I can't just jump into a sport or a person that people tell me about without studying a little bit first, without finding the background of it, without diving all in. And now if I don't like a sport, I'm not going to do it, and I'll just let you guys know, hey, I tried it, I didn't like it. NASCAR, V8 Supercars, I'm all in. This is a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun. F1 series too, a lot of fun. And all three, to me, are different style of races. So they're all, you got to respect all the drivers in each and every one of those three categories there. So, back to Peter Brock. Judging by the comments and what I've read from here, this guy is right up there with the Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt, big names like that. Peter Brock, I did a little homework here, guys. Little homework, and we'll get right into the video. He debuted at the 69 Hardy Ferrado 500 in Bathurst. He was driving a Holden HT Monaro GTS 350. He finished third in that race. Third. So that was his debut. Now, this is where it gets interesting. He won his first Bathurst 500 in 1972. That was the last year the race was held, I guess, there for 500 miles and solo driving. I didn't know they had a co-driver. Why do they have a co-driver, and what is the purpose of the co-driver? I don't mean that in a sarcastic tone. Those are honest questions. What is the purpose of the co-driver, and why is he in there? Why did that come about? I didn't sidebar and go off in that direction. I am gonna do that, but just for the sake of the video alone, I wanted to stay focused on Peter Brock. So that's just a quick question there. So anyway, he won the Bathurst, his first one in 72. Then he won 9 times between 72 and 87. That has never been matched at Bathurst, according to what I looked up. If any of this information I'm giving you is wrong, please correct me. Please. We're in the basement. You don't get any lower than that. So I may have looked up a couple of things or presented it in the wrong fashion. Let me know. So anyway, that apparently has never been matched. 72 to 87, 9-time winner. Then at the Sandown 500, he's also a 9-time winner there. This guy's a monster, huh? This guy's a monster. He's a 9-time winner at the Sandown 500. He won 7 in a row between 75 and 81. Now, apparently, that's never been matched in that type of frame, but also the rules have changed. There's a bunch of course changes, I guess, time changes. I don't know. I am not a historian here. But apparently, that can never be matched due to changes to the sport. Let me know on that. Boy, I'm asking you guys a lot here, right? Anyway, he won 37 total races in his career in the V8 Supercars, which was a record up until Mark Scaife. I always chop names up. I apologize. I hope that's how you say it. But you racing fans will already know who this guy is. Mark Scaife apparently has won more than that, and he eventually passed the 37 total in 2007. And this is where the part that I didn't know that I got to. He died in a race. Now, that's like Dale Earnhardt. Died in a race at 2001 Daytona 500. That's where he died. And Peter Brock here died at September 8th, not 1996, 2006. September 8th, 2006, my apologies. At Targa West, he was driving a 2001 Daytona sports car. Skidded off a downhill left-handed bend, apparently, on Clinton Road, hitting the tree sideways on the driver's side. They say he died almost immediately, but his co-driver, Mike Hone, apparently survived. So this is quite a story here, and this is obviously a legend to have that many. From the brief things that I looked up, dude looks like he's won a lot of races, well respected. I read a lot more on it. I just highlighted the points that I thought would be relatable to what we're going to watch here. So this is his last leg completed. I didn't watch this yet. I figured we would all watch this together. I don't know if they show the crash on this or not. But this apparently is the last completed leg in the Targa West rally. So let's check this out together. Again, I didn't know what else to pick, so I figured let's see what happened to this legend at the end here. Let's take a look at it.
But the surprise of the morning is Peter Brock, second quickest through the John Forrest special stage overlooking the city. And only 4 seconds slower than the brand new factory Subaru four-wheel drive, driven by one of Australia's up-and-coming rally champions. Brock has never been one to mince his words. His passion for tarmac rallies is matched by his passion for this homegrown sports car.
Yeah, well, let's say about a 2/3 weight VESS, actually. Don't be fooled by its retro looks. It's got a very modern chassis underneath all that. It's designed and manufactured by some local guys to take on Porsches, really, so good luck to them. It's nice to drive. It is good to drive.
I just want to hear the sound of that again. Racing fans, being into racing, getting into racing, the sound of the motors, the sound of the car, just that rumble is beautiful.
It is good to drive.
Ah. Love it. Little downshifting.
The end of this special stage through John Forest was the last competitive stage Peter Brock ever raced. Tragically, Peter was killed in the very next stage as Daytona left the road. The face of the rally changed in an instant. So too, motorsport in Australia. Not only did we lose a great competitor, but we lost a mate. A mate who was always retiring, but somehow always getting back behind the wheel. And above everything, he was always looking after his fans. He was a hero in every sense of the word.
It's with sadness that we meet here tonight to remember and pay tribute to a fantastic motorsport icon, Peter Brock.
From this moment, the quit Targa West took a decidedly different direction, and teams returned to Perth to gather their thoughts and pay their respects to a fellow competitor. In the tradition of Japanese factory rally teams, Subaru and Mitsubishi withdrew their entries as a mark of respect. But the feeling from all quarters was unanimous that Peter would want this race to go on, and so it did. But not before a moment to reflect on the passing of one of Australia's greatest motorsport legends. It's a sombre end to an extraordinary day, and certainly slows the pace of what would have been a relaxing and festive time for the public and the competitors to mix with their cars in the city of Perth.
And that's a big reason what he just said there. It would normally have been a different time to celebrate the cars and look around and be able to be a fan that day. And that's why I didn't really stop it during the race, because there's a couple of cool things in there. We'll do that for another V8 Supercar. I'll get into the ins and outs and how cool some of the things look there. But when you know that, like, man, that day was his last day. Next lap was his last one. At least he passed doing what he loved to do. All drivers, F1, NASCARs, V8 Supercars, they all know that this is a major risk when you're doing races like that, speeds they're going at in congested areas. They all know what they're signing up for, and they all find it worth it because they all find it worthwhile to die loving what they do. I guarantee you, if he had survived that, he would have been back racing. A lot of these guys go through some horrific crashes that thankfully survive, and they get right back on it. Surfers that have been bitten by sharks get right back out and go surfing again. Maybe they're missing a limb. It's because what they love to do, it's worth the risk to them. That's the point. It's worth the risk. And that's what makes these guys so passionate. Passionate enough to sacrifice when they were younger, sacrifice maybe childhood parties or hanging out or whatever they might be doing to go into the sport that they love and do and know the consequences are there every time you fire up that engine, every time you go out and do that lap. It could be your last lap, your last turn, what have you. Much respect to this man. I'd like to do more on Peter Brock, and I'll be happy to do it. So again, if there's other videos that I should be checking out on this man, there's so many, so I just didn't know which one to pick. I thought after I read that he had passed that maybe this was a good one to take a look at. And you know what? I'm okay that they didn't show him crash on here. I'm okay with that because it just... I think we get it. I think we get it. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. I have yet to see the crash, but I'm sure you guys have seen it. But anyway, shout out to Peter Brock. He obviously is a racing legend, just like Richard Petty and God rest his soul, Dale Earnhardt as well. So guys, next video, please drop your comments, drop Peter Brock videos, drop other videos that you want me to check out. I'm getting into this too, man. This has really been a fun season for me when it comes to racing. So again, I'm Johnny Basement. Subscribe, bell notice, like button, drop your comments down below. Again, the link to this video is in the comments. Subscribe to that man's channel as well. And I'll see you on the next one. And I am out.